What if one unexpected message arrived at exactly the wrong moment and quietly changed the course of an entire production? What if a script that promised to become the biggest project of the year was suddenly set aside after a single conversation that nobody else knew about? And what if the real surprise was not the script itself, but the emotions that followed? Stay with us until the very end because every chapter reveals another astonishing twist that transforms an ordinary decision into an unforgettable journey. If you enjoy emotional C-drama stories filled with dramatic choices, heartfelt friendships, surprising behind-the-scenes moments, and unforgettable storytelling, subscribe now and join our growing community because this remarkable story is only beginning. The entertainment industry never truly sleeps. Even after the cameras stop rolling, even after the bright lights disappear, even after actors return home following another exhausting day, ideas continue flowing, directors continue searching, producers continue planning, writers continue imagining stories capable of touching millions of hearts. One peaceful evening, Zhao Lusi returned home after completing a demanding week of filming. She carefully placed her script bag beside the sofa before pouring herself a warm cup of tea. The city outside her window shimmered beneath thousands of glowing lights. For the first time in several days, she enjoyed complete silence. Only a few minutes later, her manager arrived carrying an elegant folder. Inside rested a brand new screenplay. The project had already attracted enormous attention throughout the industry. Several respected directors were involved. Award-winning writers had spent nearly 2 years developing the story. The production budget was rumored to be one of the largest ever assembled. Everyone believed the drama would become an instant sensation. Her manager smiled. He explained that producers hoped she would read the script immediately. Curious, Zhao Lusi opened the first page. Within moments, she became completely absorbed. The opening chapters introduced unforgettable characters, beautiful landscapes, emotional dialogue, unexpected mysteries. Every scene seemed carefully crafted. Hours passed unnoticed. She continued reading late into the evening. When she finally reached the final chapter, she quietly closed the script and smiled. It was beautiful, powerful, moving. Any actor would have been honored to receive such an opportunity. The following morning, the production company contacted her manager requesting an answer. Instead of responding immediately, Zhao Lusi politely asked for one additional day. She wanted to think carefully. The decision felt far too important to rush. Meanwhile, preparations for the project continued. Costume designers sketched magnificent wardrobes. Location scouts searched breathtaking landscapes. Music composers experimented with emotional melodies. Everything appeared to be moving toward a successful beginning. Then something entirely unexpected happened. Late that evening, Zhao Lusi's phone vibrated. The screen displayed a familiar name, Wu Lei. She smiled before opening the message. It contained only a few thoughtful sentences. The words were simple, yet they immediately captured her attention. He wrote that every actor eventually reaches a moment where choosing the right story matters more than choosing the biggest production. He encouraged her to follow the project that genuinely inspired her heart rather than the one surrounded by the loudest expectations. There was no pressure, no advice demanding a specific decision, only sincere encouragement to trust her instincts. She placed the phone on the table. The room became wonderfully quiet. Outside, gentle rain tapped softly against the windows. She looked once more toward the screenplay resting beside her. Then she opened another notebook filled with personal ideas she had quietly written throughout previous months. Inside were dreams, future characters she hoped to explore, stories she wished audiences could one day experience. As she compared both possibilities, something became unexpectedly clear. The impressive screenplay offered prestige, recognition, success. But another smaller project waiting patiently on her schedule offered something completely different. It challenged her emotionally. It frightened her creatively. It demanded growth. For the first time, she realized which opportunity truly excited her. The next morning, she contacted her manager. She thanked everyone involved with the large production. She expressed sincere admiration for the extraordinary screenplay. Then she respectfully declined. The decision surprised nearly everyone. Industry discussions immediately began. Why would anyone reject such an enormous opportunity? Some believed scheduling conflicts were responsible. Others imagined complicated negotiations. Several entertainment reporters invented countless explanations. Yet none of them truly understood. Only Zhao Lusi remembered the quiet message that reminded her to choose with her heart. Meanwhile, Wu Lei knew nothing about her final decision. He assumed his message had simply encouraged a friend during a busy week. Several days later, they unexpectedly met during an entertainment event. After greeting one another warmly, Zhao Lusi thanked him. He looked puzzled. She smiled before explaining that his thoughtful words had helped her understand what she truly wanted from her next chapter as an actress. Wu Lei laughed softly. He admitted he had completely forgotten sending the message. For him, it had simply been an honest conversation between friends. Their brief exchange ended with mutual encouragement before each continued greeting other guests. Nearby photographers captured cheerful smiles without realizing the meaningful conversation that had just taken place. Months passed. The smaller project Zhao Lusi had chosen slowly entered production. The atmosphere felt remarkably different from previous dramas. Creative discussions lasted for hours. Directors encouraged experimentation. Every rehearsal inspired fresh ideas. Instead of feeling pressure, she discovered renewed excitement every single morning. Crew members quickly noticed her enthusiasm. It spread throughout the entire production. Lighting technicians arrived smiling. Camera operators celebrated particularly beautiful scenes. Makeup artists laughed together between takes. The set became filled with genuine positivity. One afternoon, the director approached Zhao Lusi after reviewing several emotional scenes. He quietly thanked her for accepting the project. He admitted another performer might have delivered the dialogue successfully, but he believed only someone who truly loved the story could have brought such warmth to every moment. His words remained with her for the rest of the day. Eventually, the drama reached audiences. Viewers praised the heartfelt performances. Critics admired the emotional depth. Fans connected deeply with the characters. The series gradually became one of the year's most beloved stories. Ironically, many people later described it as the perfect role for Zhao Lusi. Nobody realized she had almost chosen a completely different path. During another awards ceremony months later, reporters asked about career decisions. Instead of discussing contracts or negotiations, she simply smiled. She explained that every actor eventually discovers the importance of choosing stories that genuinely inspire them. Passion, she said, always finds its way onto the screen. The audience applauded warmly. Among those watching from another table sat Wu Lei. He smiled quietly, not because he believed he deserved any credit, but because he felt genuinely happy seeing a friend find confidence in her own choices. Long after the applause faded, people continued discussing Zhao Lusi's remarkable performance. Some praised her emotional scenes. Others admired her confidence. Many wondered how she always seemed to choose memorable characters. Perhaps the answer had never been hidden inside complicated contracts or glamorous opportunities. Perhaps it began with one quiet evening, one thoughtful message, one peaceful moment of reflection, and one courageous decision to trust the voice that mattered most. Sometimes the greatest turning points arrive without grand announcements. Sometimes they appear through ordinary conversations shared between trusted friends. Sometimes they encourage someone to believe in themselves at exactly the right moment. And sometimes one unexpected message becomes the beginning of an unforgettable journey that no one could have imagined. If this story inspired you and reminded you that following your heart can sometimes lead to extraordinary destinations, subscribe to the channel, share this story with fellow CDrama fans, and leave a comment telling us whether you would have made the same choice. More emotional stories filled with unforgettable friendships, surprising twists, inspiring journeys, and behind-the-scenes adventures are coming soon.